Hey Busy Bees! The weather is finally cooling off here in SoCal, so I thought we would continue on with our soup series. Today I am putting my spin on the classic Chinese takeout soup, the hot and sour soup. You guys have asked for it and here it is. If you guys are loving this soup series, please let me know by giving this video a big thumbs up. And for all of you new Busy Bees out there, please hit that subscribe button for easy, delicious, and comforting meals to last you throughout fall and winter. We'll go ahead and get started with cooking our hot and sour soup by first hydrating our shiitake mushrooms. Here I have a 1/4 cup of dried shiitake mushrooms that I got from the store, and this mushroom is actually what gives the soup that very unique flavor. If you can't find this though, you can totally sub with portobello mushrooms, which I'm also going to be using later on. I'll just dump my shiitake mushrooms into a bowl, and then I'll just cover it with some warm water. I'll let it sit for about 10 minutes until it's fully hydrated and it's nice and plump. So the shiitake mushrooms are fully hydrated and I've already drained it off, but I reserved a 1/4 cup of the shiitake mushroom juice. I think that's what I would call it. So anyways, to help thicken up our soup, it's a cornstarch mixture. Here I have 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and to add a little flavor to it, I am going to take the reserved 1/4 cup of shiitake mushroom juice and I'm just gonna add it to the cornstarch. It's important to make sure that the shiitake mushroom juice is completely cooled because I don't want it to cook the cornstarch. I'll just stir the mixture until the cornstarch is fully dissolved. And then I'll set it aside. So here I have my ingredients laid out, and I'm gonna start by adding 1 teaspoon of sesame oil into the pot. I'll let the oil heat up, and then I'm gonna add my grated ginger, 1 clove of minced garlic, and then I'll let it cook up for about a minute. Then I'm gonna add in 1/2 cup of baby portobello mushrooms that I've already chopped up. I just cut them into thin slices like this. Makes it easier to eat in the soup. A 1/4 cup of seasoned baked tofu that I've sliced up, also in thin strips like this so that it kind of matches the baby portobello mushrooms. And I got seasoned tofu at Whole Foods. I like seasoned tofu because it adds a little bit more flavor and it's just a lot more firmer and easier to cook with. And finally, I'll add in a 1/4 cup of bamboo shoots that I sliced up. I'll let it all cook up for about 2 minutes until it's nice and seasoned together. And then I'll add in 4 cups of chicken broth. I'll give it a stir and then I'll just let the broth come up to a boil. You guys, I actually forgot to grab the shiitake mushrooms, so when you add everything together, be sure to have your shiitake mushrooms ready. But now I'll just dump it in because it's totally fine. So I'll just let the broth come to a boil and then I'll let it simmer for about 10 to 12 minutes until the mushrooms are fully cooked. Then we're gonna season it and finish it off. Our mushrooms look fully cooked, so now I'm gonna add in our seasonings. Here I have 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar. I like my soup pretty sour, so if you don't want it too sour, just lessen the amount. And then 1 teaspoon of chili garlic paste to give it a little kick. I'll mix it up, and then taking our cornstarch slurry, I will add it in. Give it another stir, and then I'm gonna let it come back to a boil and thicken up. All right, our soup looks good. It's thickened up and it has this beautiful gloss to it. I don't like my soup gloopy and thick, so this consistency is perfect for me. So now it's come back to a boil, and this is the perfect time for me to add my egg drop. Here I have 1 egg that I've already scrambled, and while I'm stirring the soup, I'm gonna add it in. that's all there is to make our hot and sour soup. Did you guys see those egg ribbons when I dropped it in? That is so beautiful, and it's literally my favorite part of making this soup. All right, now that it's done, let's go ahead and serve it. Now to finish it off, I'm just gonna garnish it with some sliced green onions and a dash of black or white pepper powder. I got this at the Asian market. This looks so good. Okay, let's give this a try. This is one of my favorite soups because it's nice and sour, and I love anything that's sour. I love how the soup is perfectly balanced. It's spicy from the chili garlic paste and the black pepper powder, and it's got that nice tang to it. I love sour soup. I keep telling you guys that, but anytime I eat like pho, I'll just add a bunch of limes to it just to give it that little tang. And then you just have that perfect umami from the shiitake mushrooms and the baby bellas. You guys have to try this soup. I know I tell you that for every single recipe, but this tastes 1,000 times better than your typical Chinese takeout soup. Oh, and one more thing. A lot of times when you get this soup, it also comes with meat. So I made it just plain today, but you can certainly add in sliced pork tenderloin or chicken breast in there to make it a complete meal. How would you guys eat this? Would you make it a complete meal, or would you serve it as like an appetizer soup? I'd love to know. And you guys, I have one more soup recipe coming out for you this week. I think I'm gonna wrap it up when my mom comes, and we're gonna make some kind of Vietnamese soup. But thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!